Hey folks, your OS Reviews. You're watching our video review of the X-Sense CO03M. This is a battery-powered carbon monoxide alarm that retails on Amazon.com for roughly $45, which is a fair price to pay for something of this specification and standards. It relies on AA batteries and has a digital display, which is good because some competitors don't have that feature, and it's pretty inexpensive. You can take it with you when traveling, put it onto any desk or perhaps on a bookshelf, and you can also set the level of indication before the siren goes off when carbon dioxide has been met in the air or detected. In terms of technology, it relies on the electrochemical gas sensor inside, and there's also a built-in battery. The volume of the alarm is 85 decibels, which is quite loud, and overall I think it's a pretty good deal if you're looking for something like this to protect a house or in the office. Taking a look at the packaging, you have a pretty clean presentation on the back. You have some basic information. The box here is recyclable and eco-friendly, and on the inside you have access to the X-Sense carbon dioxide detector and also the aforementioned AA batteries, which are pre-included, which is good. Mounting brackets if you want to put this permanently onto the wall. And finally, there is a customer service card. There is a QR code to learn more information about the unit, and also an instruction manual that's pretty well documented and shows you how to set things up and how to find access to a kickstand that you can use to prop the unit onto a desk. And the main construction quality of the product is crafted out of polycarbonate, so it feels pretty sturdy and rugged. There's also the controls on the front, which are tactile, responsive, and risen above the surface. The screen is a little bit small, but there is a backlight, so you will be able to see it. The battery is now inserted. I can now fully use the X-Sense carbon monoxide sensor. And the first time that you put in batteries, it's actually going to calibrate. That's going to take about 2 minutes to complete, and afterwards you can simply press the test key to see the level or the concentration of carbon monoxide in your air, and it's actually pretty accurate, at least in our tests. The alarm here is extremely loud. We would have preferred a way to turn down the volume, but unfortunately that's not something you can do through these settings, so I'm going to press the test key here. You can see it's very loud, and the LEDs will correspondingly flash for a few seconds. There's also the battery indicator on the top right-hand corner that tells you how much battery is left, and performance of the battery is good. It will last about 1 to 2 years. A few other aspects to note for this CO sensor. It's not a smoke detector, so it won't detect smoke, but rather it will only detect the level of carbon monoxide inside of your air. And depending on the concentration from 30 ppm to 300, the response time is also going to be different. If you're at the highest concentration at 300 ppm, then the response time on the unit will be within 3 minutes, which is good, about average. And other things to note is that common sources of CO would be malfunctioning, would be the misuse of gas appliances for heating and cooking, perhaps with your stove. And so if you have a traditional gas stove, this is probably a good product to place in the kitchen just for those purposes. And it's also pretty easy to use. You can place it strategically around your house at different locations and purchase maybe 2 or 3 of these to set up for added security. So overall, a pretty interesting product. It definitely works exactly as advertised, and the alarm here is extremely loud. The battery life is good and the build quality is decent. We would have liked to see perhaps a setting to turn down or to change the loudness of the speaker, but that's a minor quirk. Otherwise, a pretty strong product. Check out more information. Be sure to read our full written review. This has been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Review.